Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Green Eyed Girl podcast. So, Trump bombed Iran. Let's talk about it because I definitely don't agree with it. I've been around long enough to have seen these narratives over and over and over again. And for some reason, everyone has decided this week to have TikTok brain and just completely forget the entire start to us going to Iraq. And here we are doing the exact same playbook for Iran. So let's talk about it. Let's go! All right, so for basically my entire life that I can remember, Bibi Netanyahu has been prime minister of Israel. And he comes over periodically and begs and pleads for the US to come bomb somebody that makes him angry. So, about 20 years back, we started bombing Iraq. And then all of a sudden, 9/11 happens and we have to get boots on the ground. So here we are with literally the same language. And in case you all aren't aware, since 1992, Iran has been 12 months from having a nuclear weapon. 1992. I was born in 1990. So literally almost my entire life, Iran has been 12 months from nuclear armament. And quite frankly, it's a smart play for them. Sorry, not sorry. So you've been holding the line for that long because 12 months out is a good hold place for Iran to be. They don't come off of it because then there's something to actually negotiate with. They don't progress because then they're going to get attacked. So now all of a sudden we've decided that despite 30 plus years of being told that they're 12 months from a nuke, that we have to go bust their bunkers? Does anyone else just feel like we live in a simulation and the presidents are just puppets? Like, no matter who we elect, it doesn't matter because the playbook's all the same? It's literally the same script. It's literally the same script. These are the exact same things that I heard after 9/11. And then we get people like Charlie Kirk getting on there and preempting an attack and making sure to frame and say, guys, if there's an attack on the US, it's Iran. It's Iran. Doubt it. Doubt it. Everything's starting to come out about 9/11 and who was involved. Certainly wasn't Iraq. Turns out we knew the whole time that Osama bin Laden wasn't even in Afghanistan. We just wanted the poppy fields. There's always going to be some reason that we have to go to the Middle East on Bibi Netanyahu's request. It's got nothing to do with America. Iran's not going to attack us. And the reason they chant death to America, guys, because we keep showing up and doing everything Israel tells us to do. Why? Why? I'd chant death to America too if I was them and the US just kept coming in and blowing up whoever Bibi's angry at today. He's been angry at the same people for this long because Israel wants control of the Middle East. I know that's shocking. Right? Absolutely shocking that Israel wants to control the Middle East and to control all of the trade through the Middle East. It's a power grab. And we just show up every time to feed right into it. Jeffrey Epstein had ties to Israel. All of our politicians are blackmailed. All but a couple of them have AIPAC handlers. And all of a sudden, we're just going to sit here and pretend like, oh, it's so great. We're in another war with Iran. And then there's the stupid people who say, it's not a war. We just bombed them and it's all done now. No, Israel's still bombing. And here pretty soon, we're going to end up with a regime change because this is the exact same playbook that goes over and over and over and over. And Bibi Netanyahu doesn't even have to change his language. He literally gets to say the exact same things about the Middle Eastern leaders who, oh, by the way, our CIA helped overthrow the previous establishments and put these people in so that later on down the road, there's a boogeyman that we can go attack. Religious zealot, guys, religious zealot. We have to go take him out. That's what keeps happening. He's attacking his own people. It's terrible. It's all emotional manipulation and BS. And for anyone that actually has a memory more than, 5 minutes ago, we've literally heard the same speeches over and over and over again. This has been my entire young life, is hearing the same speech from Bibi Netanyahu given over and over and over again. He even brought the same cartoon graphics all over again. So where's the proof that something's changed from the time Tulsi Gabbard reported that they're still 12 months away from nuclear armament, which is exactly where they've been since 1992, to 8 weeks later when we have to bomb them because they're about to have a nuke? Does anyone have an explanation for me? Because I haven't seen one other than Bibi Netanyahu saying, trust me, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know about you all, but I don't trust Bibi Netanyahu. Anybody who has charges pending but gets to keep power so long as there's wars, that's problematic to me. Might not be problematic to you all, but I didn't vote to make Israel the superpower in the Middle East. I voted to make America great again. But instead, we get more bombs, the same narrative over and over and over again. And we're still in Trump's first year of his presidency. Are we really positive that this is going to be the end of it? Or is it going to be regime change next? And everybody who has just like lockstep said, no matter what Trump does, we back Trump. It's a dangerous position to be in. Because those same people, the minute Trump decides to do a regime change war, are going to say the same thing. And they're going to call us all backstabbers and betrayers. No, we've all been backstabbed and we've all been betrayed. Okay. I voted for vaccine regulations and safety. I voted for America to be better. But I'm not seeing that. I voted for all of the other countries to not be funded and for my tax dollars to stop going to war. Instead, we're dropping bunker busters on Iran and giving them more reason to hate us because Iran doesn't pose a threat to us. Iran poses a threat to Israel. And quite frankly, if you want to go poke somebody with a stick, well, that's on you. That's on you. If you want to go and you want to fight, that's fine, but know your capabilities. They started bombing Iran knowing that we were going to show up because Israel doesn't have the weapons to actually bust that bunker. We do. They didn't have the planes to do what just happened. We do. So they went and started shit knowing we were going to show up. That's a problem. And everybody out here just parroting the talking points of, oh, now it's done, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. Because an airport just got blown up in Iran too. How long before Israel just keeps bombing the crap out of them until it looks like Gaza? Then is Trump going to decide that that's America's and he's going to go put in a bunch of resorts there too? Is that what we're going to do? We're going to level the entirety of the Middle East and put in resorts with Trump's name on them? Because that's what it's looking like. I'm over it. This is not peace through strength. Strength is not busting open bunkers with bombs. Strength is having the military force and the wherewithal not to use it on behest of another country. Because if we just stop going in every time Israel decides to start some shit, maybe there wouldn't be a bunch of people chanting death to America in the Middle East. I know that's a shocking concept, but I'm not seeing the threat given that Iran has stayed in the exact same position since 1992. And I've heard this narrative over and over and over again my entire young life. And now through adulthood, when BB started screaming about Iran and nukes again, my initial response was, yep, different day, same shit. Because I've heard this for decades. Decades of my life, I've heard the same words from the same man. And now all of a sudden, despite the fact that our intelligence service is saying, hey, it's not moved, we're still sitting in the same position. Oh no. No, we gotta take Bibi Netanyahu so seriously, guys. Our politicians are bought and paid for. Bought, paid for. Period. Democracy doesn't mean anything. Because the minute you send someone there, they get bought and paid for. And then the parties gatekeep. So when there's a dissident like Thomas Massie, now the party's going to try to force him out and they're going to push a different candidate because they need somebody who's actually going to be in lockstep. So here we are. More bombs in the Middle East. Warnings for false flags coming. When it happens, no, guys, I don't believe for half a second that when an attack happens on U.S. soil, that it's actually going to be Iran. It's actually probably going to be a combo of Israel and our own country doing this to give a valid reason to send more of our young men to die in a desert like they just got done with for 2 decades of my life. It's been people I've known that have gone there. You wouldn't believe how many men signed up for the military straight out of high school that I went to school with because we were at war and they thought it was the right thing to do. That's young men I know. And I know there's more of that all the way through the Midwest. I know there's some of it in bigger cities, but let's be real. The majority of the fighting force is the good, patriotic men of the Midwest. And frankly, I'm tired of seeing our good men go to die. I'm over it. So 2 years from now, when they've done a false flag and all of a sudden we got to get boots on the ground in Iran and completely overthrow Iran, which really means just cause mass chaos on behalf of Israel as usual. I want this to stand for the record of me saying, called it. That's the concern. Because that's what happens on repeat in the Middle East for my entire life. Because what Bibi Netanyahu wants, Bibi Netanyahu gets. Because he's got blackmail on everybody. Hope that clears up some things for you all. And if you also feel completely betrayed by Make America Great Again, and you also feel like we're actually just out here to make Israel great again, sorry, welcome to the club. I think there's actually more of us than there are of the crazy bots online, all just pushing the exact same narrative. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm just a girl in the Midwest who has a memory that's a little bit longer than that of a gnat. So, guess we'll see what happens. Good luck. Shall we start taking bets on how long before Bibi wants boots on the ground? And how long it'll take for Trump to cave? Because our negotiating power is gone because we entered into good faith negotiations with Iran and then let Israel bomb the crap out of them. And I didn't see Trump deny that Israel went behind his back. I saw him send our bunker busters. Food for thought. Have a great day. Here's hoping we don't just continue getting boots on the ground for World War III, because frankly, I like our young men and I value our young men more than Israel's power in the Middle East. Sorry, not sorry.